Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another Kaladesh Remastered Premiere Draft. I am going to have the Draftsmith feature on here. So if you don't know, Draftsmith is, you get it from the untapped.gg. Just go to untapped.gg. You can get 10 free Draftsmith uses. Basically, it's like a draft assistant tool. It's not always perfect, as we saw last time. It didn't really value the red puzzle knot. Not like I do. Maybe I'm overvaluing it, but I really don't think so. There's a ton of 1 toughness creatures in this format, and I'm not even just talking about servo tokens. But the thing can be pretty good at helping you with your draft game. Can it find us an 8th player, though? That's the real question. Other things that untapped.gg does is it gives you like all sorts of different stats with like your win rates, whether you're like play draw win rates. It tracks your collection, lets you know like how many more of each common, uncommon, rare, or how many more like green cards you need of any particular set. It's pretty cool stuff. It tells you like the overall win rates of your decks. It does that for like your constructed decks as well. So it's a great feature. There's a lot of stuff available in just the free version. To get more than the 10 drafts of draftsmithing, you do need to pay a subscription. I think it's worth it if you use it a lot. Well, we'll find out if it's worth it. That's why I want to use it. Oh. You also get these numbers up top. These are the static ratings. The shield ratings here is the... it's like it will adapt to what our picks are. We've been red a lot, but I like red in this format. And this is a really good card. This is one of the Gearhulk's great cycle of... mythic rares in Kaladesh. So this one, it's a 6 mana 6/6 first strike. That alone makes it phenomenal for limited. But when it ETBs, your opponent gets the choice of either letting you mill 3 cards, and then they'll take damage equal to the total mana value of what gets milled, or they have you draw 3 cards. So it's kind of like a lose-lose for your opponent. And we can follow this up with a Aether Torch Renegade or a Chandra's Revolution. Aether Torch Renegade, honestly, I feel it's been a little unimpressive to me. Draftsmith does tend to like this card a bit better. Could also just follow it up with a Daring Demolition, though I don't think there's a reason to go into a second color here, though I don't mind being red-black. I suppose this card is harder to find. I guess what's nice about it is it gives you 4 energy. Revolution kills a creature. I don't know, this is a tough one. I'm actually going to take the Revolution. I would rather... I think I'd rather have that effect. Okay, well now we have no really good red cards to pick. So we could go with a black card. Even though we've passed a good black card, like that doesn't really matter here. Dawnfeather Eagle is also a pretty nice white card. Nice that there's like no other white cards in this pack. A rare and a common are missing. No real signal because we have commons of all colors. But the fact that a common is missing, but this Weaponcraft Enthusiast isn't, maybe that's a sign black might end up being open? Ooh. I do kind of just want to collect the lands, but there is a Chandra's Pyro Helix here. That's going to be the pick because we definitely want to be in red. And I do like the red removal. It's all Chandra's stuff. Well, Fist Squad's okay too. I've had good luck with that. I wouldn't mind a Fortuitous Find in this deck. I know Draftsmith doesn't... Well, it doesn't like us picking it here and now. We're going to take the Pyro Helix. Alright, and we're back to kind of not very inspiring black and red cards, but it's rated a 3.0, but it's only a shielded... Okay. There's really not a whole lot going on in this fight. There's the Malfunction. But I think I'm actually going to go with the Peace Walker Colossus. Crew 4 is kind of a big deal, but red-white does have a lot of synergy with vehicles. And so if we could... We haven't really been able to draft a ton of vehicles yet. If we could get a lot of vehicles, I think that's kind of like a high upside card. Okay, and here's a Make Obsolete. But there's also the Puzzle Knot that they don't really like. There's also a vehicle, if we want to start going that. I don't think we want to start going that route. Make Obsolete. Again, I wouldn't mind being black-red. I don't mind being black-red. I do like the black-red color combination here. I know we've kind of been black-red quite a bit. Aviary Mechanic or a Live Fast here. Or there's also Built to Smash, which is kind of a nice combat trick. But I don't think we need that right now. I think I'd take a Live Fast. It's between Live Fast and the Mechanic. I mean, returning this is obviously good, but... And returning the Gear Hulk. I'll take the Live Fast. Okay, now we get a pack with not much going on for black or red. Hunt the Weak is probably the best card here. So I guess we'll take it. Kind of being open to green a bit. Ritual Vitality is okay. Night Market Lookout. And a couple decent white cards here. Though if we're passing a lot of white, we might... I don't know. Fourth Bridge Prowler? I don't mind the Fourth Bridge Prowler. There's the Implement of Malice to make our opponents discard something. I don't think that's really worth it. We'll take the Fourth Bridge. And we get a Subtle Strike, which is... Yeah, remember Subtle Strike earlier wasn't really that good, but when it's pick 11, it's probably a lot better. And when we're more into black. I did kind of say I wanted this. There's another Fourth Bridge Prowler. I'm going to take the Fortuitous Find. Return an artifact. And return a creature. Well, we kind of need more artifacts. Kind of miss it. What did we pick over the red Puzzle Knot? I don't even remember at this point. Was it the Peace Worker? No. Oh, it was Make Obsolete. That's right. Yeah, I still kind of like that idea. Oh, we get another 14. I don't think we'd be playing two of Yahane's Expertise. We had this card in another draft, and it really wasn't good. Do we try it again, or do we go for the obviously good Aether Chaser? That's a tough one. That's really what the pick is between. But we actually have some big stuff here that we can build up to. Let's give the Expertise another shot. There's a Sahili in this pack. I don't think we can splash blue for it. I don't know that it would be nice to splash blue. There's Foundry Hornet, but I don't think... So Subtle Strike puts a 1/1 counter on something. I think this is more for black-green. I'm going to take Welding Sparks here. Because this might be the pack where we get more red stuff. I'll put those to the side. I think we're fairly solidly black-red again. Which I don't mind. We also might not need Fortuitous Find. Like, if we don't get a lot of artifacts, probably not going to run this. But also, maybe I need to play the expertise a little bit differently. Maybe hold back some of our cheaper stuff. How many creatures do we even have right now? 5? Oh, he has that. Yeah, that's... I know how this works. Alright, where's our holdup happening? True Walrus, as opposed to the false Walrus. Cane of Nod. Slaying for... I read that as slaying family. I'm like, oh no, we don't want to be doing that. So we do have an Inventor's Goggles here, which is probably the best card in the pack. There are a lot of Artificers in this set in general. I do like having that card. Aetherflux Reservoir is probably not a good card for this drafting. We'll take the Goggles. If the Goggles weren't there, I would have rare drafted the Reservoir, but Goggles, we could actually be playing. Do we have Artificers? Those are human rogues. Why can't they be rogue Artificers? We also have something to bring back with Fortuitous Find if this... I don't think Goggles ever gets destroyed. Alright, hey, here's a creature that comes with 2 creatures. I kind of like the versatility there. I also like the Foundry Screecher. But again, they're 1 toughness things that die to all the 1 toughness killing things. There's also a little Cobra Kai there, but we're not green. So I think it's a bit worse when we can't give it Death Touch. Actually, it's a lot worse when we can't give it Death Touch. I guess there could be some merit for the 3-drop there to go with the expertise. That is a Fumigate that's going around kind of late. Wow. But there's another Pyro Helix there. Is there a realm where we go into white? Probably not when we've got the Gear Hulk. We want to... Oh my. Well, there's a creature. And there's more removal. Again, I have 6 creatures right now. Alright. Take the higher rated card. We'll get the creature anyways. This one is kind of more like a 3-drop. It's not a 3-drop that can be played with Yaheni, but it's a 3-drop that is also an Artificer and can be played with the Goggles. It's black-red removal.deck again. That's what we're doing. I guess we don't need a lot of creatures because we have the expertise here, and we're just going to kill all the creatures. I mean, I guess. Take the gremlins. Revoke privilege. I wonder if we couldn't possibly have been going into white here. Sure. I mean, I could play that. Yeah, you make your sound. Last pick malfunction. More removal. I mean, if we can't have creatures, we may as well have removal, right? How are we going to win games? Okay, we gotta prioritize picking creatures here. Aether Chaser. Awesome. That's exactly the type of creature we want to have. And it also goes well with our goggles. Technically, we have our deck. Finally, we have 10 creatures in the deck. That's not a lot of creatures. Also, we probably don't want to run this. There's definitely some cards we could cut quite easily. How's our curve looking? Oh my. There's a rare we want. It comes with a creature. It's an Artificer. Pia Nalar. ETBs get a 1/1 Flying Thopter. 2 mana, an artifact creature can get +1/+0. You can sack an artifact, target creature can't block. I mean, we don't have a ton of artifacts, but just the fact that this is a 3 mana, 2/2, and a 1/1 flyer with other upsides. Yeah, there's a reason why it's, you know, obviously. I don't need Draftsmith to tell me to pick this, right? But we're picking that. Inventor's Fair, more. We have enough removal. Inventor's Fair, if you control 3 or more artifacts, that's not really going to be us. I think there could be a good deck for this, but I'm going to grab the Aether Poisoner. We do need cheap creatures. There's some creatures I wouldn't mind getting rid of, maybe? Mobile Garrison? I feel like that could be reasonable, or take another Inventor's Goggles. There's another Poisoner. Well, that looks good to me. I might cut the Expertise. Because we just have so many creatures that just die to it. Fateful Showdown deals damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards? Why is this card rated high? I'm going to take it. I don't think I'm going to play it, though. It feels very situational. Another Subtle Strike? We don't really need the Workshop Assistant. We're not that heavy on artifacts. What else are we taking out? Probably the Gremlins. We can't really salivate very well when there's not a lot. I'm going to get rid of the... How many creatures do we have? We have a lot of things that are going to make those servos. Actually, this could be a... This could almost be reasonable in our deck if we keep the Expertise. I know we're not splashing white, that's for sure. Okay. Glint-Sleeve Artisan Big... I think maybe we should have gone into white. I think there's a realm where we could have been red-white. Because we didn't... Well, I'll take the rare now. Sure. Because we didn't really get a ton of black cards here. I think we could have grabbed that Fumigate and went red-white. Oh, Destructive Tampering. I actually don't mind that card as a one of. Let's see. Actually, let's do something fun because we can go back to this 1051. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm not really looking at that list. What I want to do is cut this down and then compare it to what Draftsmith would have us run. I am actually not going to run the expertise. Like, we just don't have a ton to do with it. I don't mind a one of Destructive Tampering. I feel like we do kind of have a lot of things that can kill off 1/1s. We've got 2 Pyro Helix, 2 Subtle Strike. But I also don't feel like we can go and get rid of one of our only creatures. I think maybe I take out one of the Inventor's Goggles. Or I take out a land. I do think I want to take out a land. I know Draftsmith isn't going to recommend. Okay, let's see what Draftsmith recommends. Inventor's Goggles, 2 Poisoners, 2 Subtle Strikes. So not any of those other 1-drops. Aether Chaser, the Pyro Helix, the obvious cards. It wants the Expertise. Revolution. Wants the Fateful Showdown. Okay, so the other thing we can do is we can click Build this deck. And... oh, it wants Inventor's Fair. I mean, I guess if we're running a 17th land... actually, you know what? I can see Inventor's Fair as a 17th land, because we could sack that and search for our Gear Hulk. Though our Gear Hulk's not... still a 6... yeah, 6/6. Get rid of Destructive Tampering and get rid of these two. And get the Expertise and the Fateful Showdown. Okay, you know, it's fun. We're having experiments here. We're also going to get rid of mountains and swamps and run something that's not text heavy. Yeah, we'll go with these. Alright. We'll run the deck as Draftsmith wants. Our star card is definitely the Gear Hulk. I think we actually should have went red-white. After seeing some of those white cards come around really late. But anyways, what we're going to do... we're going to play this deck as it is until it loses. And if when this deck gets a loss, then I'll switch it to how I would have built it. Let's do that. That sounds like fun. So let's see. I would have had the... well, maybe the Destructive Tampering thing. Well, it might still be good. I just know there's a lot of really good artifacts in this set. Between some vehicles and some... like some, especially at the good, like, rare, mythic rare end. And destructive tampering can handle those, or it can also just let us get in for a final swing. We've done that before. Dubsies. We've played this guy before, I think. Recently. Yeah, this is good. Play the Inventor's Fair here, just kind of keep our colors a little more. It probably is not going to matter here. Okay, we have a Revolution, we have a Subtle Strike. Please don't kill our Poisoner. Or play nothing. That works for me as well. We're going to play the Goggles here. And we're going to do equipping. Now we're going to make it 1-1. We don't really have an artifact to search because we already have our Gear Hulk. But, and we don't really need to use that ability. We can just sit here and gain 1 life every turn if we have 3 artifacts. Kind of just want to play the live fast here. We're going to play it before combat so I can get another 1-1. Alright, we do have double Subtle Strike. Double Subtle Strike. So here, like, we can go swinging with our 1-1s, I feel. Can also play more of them. I'm gonna go with the, we have stuff we can do here. There is the Built to Last you could have. Okay. Going to shrink that. And bump that. Maybe I should have... Alright. Is this really... Yeah. I maybe should have just shrunk the one and pumped the other and then just offer those for trades. That might have been better. We have a squad coming up, which is an Artificer. I make a token, I think. I definitely don't think I did that right. Airdrop Aeronauts. I'm just going to kill that, actually. Or play our Gear Hulk. But if I kill this, I can get in for 4. Gear Hulk is most... Yeah, Gear Hulk will be better when they're at lower life. Let's do this. Oh, I should have... Whoops. Should have equipped before attacking. Missing a point of damage. Aerial Responder. Don't really like seeing that. Hungry Flames. How hungry are we? Actually, we are going to kill this with more blocks. Just put the pressure on. Okay, that way when we play our Gear Hulk, they're going to have to let us draw 3 cards. And it's going to be phenomenal. Gear Hulk could just kill them right now. Could go ahead and just offer the servo for a trade. No trade. Well, you have to let me draw 3. Because it's either draw 3 or I'm going to mill 3, and you would have taken absolutely no damage. Okay. Well, I have a 6/6 first striker. Oh, what does this piece of crap do? Enters, you may exile, then return that card to the battlefield. Oh, Revolt is going to trigger because it... Okay. Okay. Well, Gearhulk's coming in. And Gearhulk's getting chump blocked to nobody's surprise. I'll go with this one. I'm going to put the counter on it and give it that. Now it's a 5/4 with Menace. I'm going to hold back the Brawler in case I just have nightmares of getting blown out by that Fumigate. Dubsies wasn't actually in our draft pod, was he? Is this... Activate only if you have... Well, that's rude. There's a Pyro Helix. They're dead. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just make sure we're not screwing this up. Okay. Okay, well, we won a game. So that was cool. I guess we're gonna stick with this then. Like I said, we'll stick with it until we lose a game. We do have the Yahane's expertise and thing. The Fateful Showdown. I guess there could be some merit to holding some lands in our hand for the Fateful Showdown. Another thing is you might think the Gearhulk was kind of underwhelming because we drew 3 lands there. But the thing is, we would have drawn those cards anyways. So drawing those 3 cards off the Gearhulk got us closer to those other cards that we got, like that Pyro Helix, that let us win. It's taking longer to match, so we might not get a Mythic opponent. Now we get a Diamond opponent. Nilshinho 187. Opponent goes first. We're missing swamps, but we have a Pianoir. I'm going to keep this. I just don't like Mulligan. We're not missing a swamp anymore. So now we just have tons of options. Prophetic Prism. That's fine. I might get to try this Fateful Showdown at some point. We'll see. 3 red mana. We're up against red, so this could easily just kill our Poisoner. There's so many red cards to do it. The Puzzle Knot, Pyro Helix. Thriving Turtle is not one of them. Okay. I'm going to play our Inventor's Fair. Yeah, I'll attack here. There's totally a Pyro Helix coming. I can sense it. I am confused. PNLR or... Well, Weapon Craft Enthusiast actually turns the Inventor's Fair on. And there's totally a realm where I might want to sack this to go get my, my thing. Okay, you do that after you take a damage? Sure. Oh, well, we're not going to block that. There's a 1-3 for our opponent. Could just Faithful Showdown and kill off this thriving turtle right now. The rest of my hand is somewhat unimpressive against this board. I'll play the Pianular. I'll play Pianular. Most of our removal is burn damage, though. See, I could see this becoming an issue. No blocks. Oh, we have another Poisoner in the deck somewhere. Renegade map. Inventor's Goggles. I can Goggles, equip, and attack. Although I could also just attack and like Pyrohelix this thing to death. Let's equip and Goggles. Or I could even... This will let us get in for more damage. This is even better. Let's Goggle it up. Because this looks like the most natural sort of attack here. Looks like a free block. We're going to let this damage go through first. Yeah, looked very, very natural. Opponent's going to scry. Opponent only has 2 cards in hand. I also only have 2 cards in hand. But I'd say our board is a little bit more threatening than theirs. Never mind. Never mind. You're more threatening. I take back everything bad I've ever said about you. That's why I don't like the expertise. Like, there is just nothing going on this board. Okay, well, let's equip over here. I guess I pump and attack for 3. I can make things unable to block by sacrificing an artifact. I don't know that there's any 1-mana... Oh, there is a red 1-mana trick. I guess I should be leaving red open, Mr. Auto Tapper, even though we don't have that trick even in our deck. But it is in the set. I don't think there's any 1-mana black tricks in the set. Alright, can make this unblockable. Good news is we are gaining a little bit of life back. Glint Nest Crane. Well, that's annoying. I will just chump block with this Weapon Craft I don't know what else it's going to do. Its entire purpose is to jump block this. So I do have Fateful Showdown here. Because this board is not impressive. I guess we're just going to do this. Yeah, sure, just take that. Yeah. Okay. We can chump block with a servo and still... I almost don't want to chump block. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to chump block. I don't want to chump block. Oh gosh. I can make it so that thing can't block. But can I make it so our opponent dies? Okay, so 2, 3, 4, and then another 4. Or I make this unable to block. 2, 3, 4, 5. How do I do this? 10, 11, 12 on the backswing. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I think we allow that. We Furious Reprisal. Okay. Fateful Showdown will damage our opponent for 4. 2 deals damage to any target. You didn't hit me with everything. You just don't... Okay, don't have something that deals an extra 4. And don't have a counter spell. Actually dead in the air? But this is a little bit more fun. I mean, our creature could have been stopped. That is a lot tougher to stop. Okay. We still won. I guess we still keep this deck configured as it is. Once again, we find that the best use of Yihing's expertise is not casting it and dumping it away. I really want to get that out of the deck, but a little bit of newfound respect for Fateful Absence there. Alright, well, we're 2-0. I still don't like Yihing's expertise. I think that expertise could be good. more in like a black-green deck, where you can get a lot of creatures that have toughness 4 or greater and survive it. Or maybe even like blue-black, where you get like the thriving turtle, you get a counter on that. You get some of those like Gear Seeker serpents. Kind of like our last opponent had. But we still haven't lost yet with this deck, so we're still going to keep it as it is. But the moment I lose, I'm blaming Yahane's expertise and I'm taking it out of the deck. I don't care if Yahane's expertise wasn't even involved in the game. It's still going to be its fault. Is nobody else playing this right now? Maybe it's usually when it takes a long time to find an opponent, we're going to find like someone who's like tiers below us, like not mythic, which I'm okay with, I guess. Maybe just nobody's playing this anymore. Also, while we're waiting, make sure you click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Let me know what you think about this. If you want to see me, like, keep you... yeah, we're in gold now, because it took us that long to find an opponent. Our poor opponent here. Tons of removal. Yeah, we're going to keep. I'll go ahead and play some colors out here. Could use some creatures. Our opponent has those. I'm drawing multiple lands. I might go down to 16 lands too. Like, one of these lands could be something else. Play another one of those. Good enough. Oh my gosh, really? I've had 3 draws, they're all lands. I'm hungry. Don't worry, opponent. My hand is really not that impressive. I could just kill that. And we'll see what we get here. Okay. That's cool. That I think I'm gonna Welding Sparks. Save a point of damage. Can I draw something that isn't a land for once? Gosh. This is the fault of Yahane's expertise. Oh, Veteran Motorist. Awesome. 1 toughness things that die to a lot of my deck. That's actually a phenomenal card to draw right now. Target creature is -1/-1. Kill this. Just kill that. We draw nothing but removal. Okay, play... yeah, that's awesome. Alright, kill your board again. That declined. Yahane's expertise was involved in this game. This is stupid. This is where we get nothing but removal and just die. Removal and lands. Yeah, you're about like 6 turns late there, Aether Poisoner. Yeah, I'll equip it. Because what else am I going to do? I'm going to die to this flyer in 2 turns. That's what I'm going to do. I could make it 3 turns. I have Subtle Strike here. Oh, this is so bad. And our opponent has, you know, tons of... Yeah, I can't even save that. I guess I can't have tons of removal. I only have 1 more card in hand. Of course, now I need more removal. I'll work with it. Honestly, I need to put that there. And we actually need to play this other land. And we'll end our turn. If this thing dies, we just lose. Maybe not immediately. We could get another turn. Yeah, but that happens. This game has been pathetic. What a terrible game. Okay, well, we lost, so we can change things up. Okay, get that out of my deck. What do I need? Honestly, I need to get a land out of the deck. I mean, I know we need more creatures, but I suppose I didn't consider what kind of creatures we actually have. I'll take the Prowler. Oh wait, I took 2 cards out. Actually, I could almost play the Defender and Reach. That does have some synergy with the Expertise. Let's just do that. Did I really take out a Swamp and put in 2 black 1-drops? Of course, we have the double casters that are... Whatever, we're going to do it like this. Like, we need creatures. And we found a mythic opponent. Rend Flesh. Alright, I can keep. We have removal. To the surprise of no one. 2 mana, 2/3. Pretty decent. What is that sound effect? Now I can play the Hungry Flames into open mana here. I don't really want to play the Hungry Flames on this at all. I can't play Hungry Flames on that. Okay, kill that. freaking outland boar. I can kill it. That will do 4. Yeah, we better just be done with that. Fourth Bridge Prowler. That is not super helpful right now. I almost feel like I should just Fateful Showdown. I think I'm going to. I'm really bored with this hand. Alright, there we go. This is better. Finally. Play the Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Oh, it's an Artificer as well. We can equip it. We're going to create things. And equip goggles. We have a 1/3 Artificer. Okay, well that is certainly a card. I could go dig up the Gear Hulk, but then I can't cast it because we sacrificed the Inventor's Fair. So let's just go attacking here. I'm actually going to opt to put a counter on this. We'll make it bigger. They could try and, like, Revolution it, and I'll Subtle Strike it. Or Welding Sparks it. There's a Druid of the Cowl. That does not crew this. That does kind of stop our other attacks. Okay, well now I'm fine sacking the Inventor's Fair and getting our Gear Hulk. Because that seems like it's going to be a really good play. Because I can do this, activate only if you control... Yeah, I can do that as an instant. Hunting the Weak. You got... Oh, no, wait, I needed to... I need to activate the Inventor's Fair there. Should be casting a Gear Hulk this turn. And drawing 3 more cards. Kind of a massive misplay. Okay. Oh, Rishkar's Expertise. Okay, attempting to draw out of this. We do have a Revolution. Monstrous Onslaught. Kinda gross. I only have 2 damage here. Should be killing them with a Gear Hulk right now. I'm not blocking that in any realm. Well, this might be enough to get the job done. Tap your bond. Night Market, look out! This attacks you, you lose. Crap, you don't lose. I so blew this game. That is so bad. I should have used my Inventor's Fair. And none of this would be happening. Oh. Like, none of this stuff should even be happening. I'm like, oh yeah, you can use that. I'll use the Inventor's Fair. No, I needed to... I realized that as soon as I clicked OK on the thing. Now there's no way through this. Yeah, I so punted that game. That was entirely my fault. I really don't like our low creature count, though. Alright, well, let's not play that badly again. Took a little bit to find nonsensical profit. To find our opponent, so we were in Diamond. Yeah, I can keep this. We can turn to both Inventor's Goggles. Which, oddly enough, is kind of the play here. Because next turn we can play the Sweatworks Brawler. He gets both goggles. Or the Poisoner. There could be a Welding Sparks here. Could also be... Okay. Nimble Inventor. Alright. Oh gosh, Skysovereign. Any other creature in my thing just... Yeah, let's see how bad this is gonna get. Seriously?
Hey, over here!
Chandra and Skysovereign.
Today's my lucky day.
And I'm stuck on 2 mana. Oh hey, I found a 3rd mana. Wow.
gonna hurt.
Kima Outrider. Yup. Incoming Skysovereign. You can stop having things. What artifacts are... Okay, there's no artifacts in here, so killing that right now is ideal. Why did that get... We got to start getting rid of this Chandra here. So kill... That's the 2 artifacts.
Now you've done it!
Yes, I have. Oh, please don't. They're killing my thing.
You're flammable.
Can't really kill both. Oh, wait a minute. I can Pyrohelix the Chandra. Yes. That will at least get rid of that. Although, 3 damage target. Okay.
This is a waste of my time.
Finish that. I'm at 2, so if that thing gets to crew again, we're in trouble. Okay, Panharmonicon. That's cute. I suppose I could have equipped, maybe even equipped twice there and then played this and attacked. Well, whatever. The next way they have to crew this, we're just dead. Are we dead? Somehow not dead. Okay. Somehow still not dead. I feel like I could do this a little bit better. Since I have a whole lot of nothing else going on here, we'll just move some goggles around. Hungry Flames. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, we just won. Oh my gosh. How did we beat Chandra and Skysovereign? After punting a game that we should have won, we win a game that we should have never won. Wow. All because we didn't have Yehane's expertise. It's Brian 3464. Mythic rank 71. Alright, let's do this. Playing red-blue. Here's an Aether Chaser. I might just... Oh, perfect. Even better. Fourth Bridge Prowler. Kill that. I think this card is kind of deceptively decent, we'll say. Could be a Metallic Rebuke here. I'm actually just going to live fast. You want to counter my card, right? Yep. Okay, that is going to be getting hungry here. Swing in. We do have a couple of like burn spells that give some incremental little damage here. I guess if there's another counter spell, there's another counter spell. We're not going to sit here and not do anything while our opponent's doing nothing. Okay. That's fine. We still have another 1/1. They could play a Pyro Helix and... Okay. If they can crew this thing, we're kind of in trouble. Because I also kind of realized I don't have Subtle Strike up to like save it. Okay. I don't want to cast this into open possible counter magic. Puzzle Knot. I can attempt to give it a counter. Then they have to use their entire turn. Yeah. Go ahead, you can shoot it again. Shoot it again. Yeah, perfect. Now we can cast our Gear Hulk after attacking. Gear Hulk. Alright, so either mill 3 and they take damage, which is going to be really bad because our hand is full of burn that can hit them, or I draw 3 cards. And I have a 6/6 First Striker. Yeah, which this doesn't even kill that because I have First Strike. I remember playing this card a little bit in Standard, and I would like attack or block into a Gonti, and my opponent's thinking, oh, they trade, and like, no, they don't. First Strike beats Death Touch. And they're like, oh, yeah, I guess that's a thing. So that's an interaction to be aware of when it comes to Death Touch. Okay. We milled 3 lands. Opponent really thought and gambled there, but okay. And does not have an answer to the Gear Hulk. Cool. Alright, we are 3 and... No, we're 4 and 2. Should be 5 and 2 right now, but, you know... Bad plays happen. It's Yahane's expertise's fault. Yeah, I'm still blaming it on that. I do like the creatures that we kind of added here. Even though they're just like 1/1s for 1, they're still kind of usable. The Killer. Yeah, I'll keep this. One thing we know how to do is draw lands. Swooper, no swooping. Hello. Swooper, no swooping. Swooper, no swooping. There's no swooping today. We need lands, though. Now we're in huge trouble. Oh, really? This is how we're gonna go down. This is how we're gonna go down. Oh gosh. We're just dead. 2-land hand. Stuck on 2 lands for 3 turns. That was a very non-game. Should still be... Okay, enough of that. We got 4 wins that, you know, should have been... I think this card... Don't say it would have been great. That it wouldn't have, not with 2 lands. And we can't blame the fault of anything that I put in over the 17th land. Because I put in 1-drops. Okay? Which we, by the way, didn't see. So it's not like we would have had the land anyways. This deck was... It was okay. It was very heavy on removal. And that kind of punished us in a couple of games where we just didn't have creature density. And it really showed. We've run into this before. Usually, I don't think in most of the drafts I've recorded I've really had this particular problem, but we've seen it in our opponents. The one I'm really thinking of is in Streets of New Capenna, where somewhere late in the drafting process, we had an opponent that had like 4 strangles on us and another kill spell, maybe even a 6th kill spell. Just had all these kill spells. But we had a couple creatures that, like, kind of produced other creatures, like the lackeys and the thing. And what ended up happening in that game is we ended up, you know, whittling them down with a couple cheap creatures that they really didn't want to spend removal on because they were 1/1s or they had already gotten value and whatnot. And they had no board presence of their own, so we just kept beating them down with these, like, little dinky creatures. Our other stuff was, like, dying, but also generating value for us, and we just kind of outvalued them. And that's kind of the problem with having tons of removal and not enough creatures. But, I mean, removal is what we were seeing. And clearly our deck was still decent enough to get... I think these were worse just because we had less creatures. Like, if I could take one of those out for another creature, maybe make one of these a little bit better of a creature. I don't know. I mean, I could have played the Salivating Gremlins, but it really would have just been a 3-mana 2/3, which is not... We have very few things to make art of it. We have good 2-drops. I guess. We didn't find them a lot of times. Whatever. This deck was okay. Could have been a lot better. My deck is invalid. I can't... The event is done. I can't even play any more games with this deck. Anyways. I really kind of wonder what would have happened if we went and grabbed that Fumigate instead on that one pick, and then leaned into white more, because we were seeing some pretty good white cards coming the last half of the draft. Like, middle of Pack 2, we started seeing, like, really good white cards being passed that probably shouldn't have gone that late. And then we got, like, this really late, yeah. So we could have had, like, white-red here, gotten rid of all of this, well, decent black stuff, but Probably gotten, like, this is an Artificer. Probably could have had just a way more overall solid deck as red-white. But anyways, that is what happened. That's what happened in the draft. Um, I mean, even Draftsmith, I remember, didn't really hate the Fumigate we picked there. But I think we ended up picking a red card, though, because we knew we were red. I think that was the rationale there. Anyways, not an overall bad draft. 1,400 gems, only lost 100 gems, got all the stuff we got to keep, and got 3 packs out of the deal. So, pretty good. So for now, I'll take my leave.